Their sign's still on it?
But who's in here?
Just Nala.
She's the queen of her kids.
Oh.
She's like, just the way I like it.
What you doing, Stormy?
Throw that one away.
What are you doing, Stormy?
Oh, shit. Are there pink cards still out? No.
Oh, that's our very nice necklace.
No, it should be.
It's now.
No call from Kathy with
No.
special instructions?
No.
Arabelle. There you go, girl.
Yeah, somebody came in, right in front of Arabella's door. It was all dried up when I. Simba, dude.
So yeah, I gotta do today,
You better watch them.
tomorrow, and Saturday here.
Oh, yeah?
She's tiny like her too, and she's full grown.
Yeah, she's two, right?
Oh, wow.
I
I
think,
think she's like 2
yeah.
years old, so that's
Yeah,
not as good as
I got one that size too at 2 years old.
Well, thank you, ladies.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
You're
Have a good
welcome.
day.
Yep.
Sometimes I feel sad, like really fucking down.
There's a run for it. You made it to the separation.
I wanna bring that
It
box.
would be like me trying to catch Milo when he gets out of the,
Go.
he did it
Is that
again
only
too.
9:45?
He did it again this week, although not as
Went
bad.
crazy.
Got out of the harness and then
What do
would
you mean not
not,
as bad?
not as bad.
Oh, look, look.
My
He's
arm.
like, I'm scratched to hell over here.
We were out there for like 30 minutes.
Which is probably around the same time it took you the last time to get him all, and then get calmed down, and then he freaked out. You said,
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys said afterwards, right?
Oh
You
yeah,
were
is
like,
that one?
A week ago was when he got, like, yeah, just this week, he got out of the harness again.
Oh,
We
yeah.
were up in the front and he saw something, he went to go chase after it and I was like, no. And held him and he turned around and backed out of that harness just as fast as you, but then all he did was he like ran around the yard, the front yard though.
Oh, well, that's scary because that's by
And-
the street.
Every time I got close to him or tried to do something, he just did this whiny cry.
Call of the wild.
And I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna get you all worked up.
Mhm. Then calm down.
But he was on the other side of the house. And so I called for
Nice of
him
you.
and he ended up being able to pick him up and I put his harness and everything back on him, but he's getting very bullheaded lately that he wants to be in charge of where he's gonna go and what he's gonna do, and
if he
that
doesn't like it,
that harness and that leash are not gonna stop him from his mission. And I'm like,
Arabella, what are you doing in there? Arabella. Come on, come on, get your little fuzz bun.
obviously, he hasn't been to that therapy place since the end of October.
Well, no, he thought it was his first one today, his first session.
Yeah, cause his wife goes, right?
His wife.
Well, you would think, Arabella, what are you doing? She's under the blanket.
I know, she was in the cage and then she jumped up there and then I went like this to open up the
Oh! God, I thought I was stepping on a cat.
Yes.
There was.
Yep. Do that all the time in the soccer or something in my floor. But I went like this and she went, shh.
That's why I get mad, because that's what she likes, to
Yeah.
get under the blanket and.
Up on the shelf like that.
It's okay, it's alright.
I forgot, we had a bucket.
Don't get all freaked out. It's okay. Alright? Okay? Alright, buddy. It's okay. Why are you super jumpy? Good gravy. He's a little Simba. You're so sweet. You got a tummy ache now, I'm sure. Yeah, you ate yourself to death. Yeah, you ate yourself to death. Yeah. Yes, you will. No. Don't mess with them, Bessie. Don't mess with them. Look at Bessie. Hold on. Watch. Just watch. Ooh. Watch. She's trying to climb up there. Oh, watch her.
Did she not jump?
She's a little unsure because I think the litter is right there. She can jump. She was on top of that cage, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Hissing
She
at
just doesn't
everybody,
have a
screaming at
Big
everyone.
enough landing.
Yeah.
What are you doing, girl?
You look very sad, Simba. What's going on with you? You look sad. Yeah. Good girl. There you go. You better hope that those girls don't get a hold of you. They are much bigger than you, Bessie. She's got to smell their litter. She's got her big old face in there.
Sometimes I feel sad. Like really.
I'm still amazed, although I shouldn't be, when, you know, Kindred puts out something about needing supplies and, you know,
Did you guys do your survey?
no.
Oh, I didn't. Did you?
Uh-huh.
What was
What
it
did they
about?
ask?
Yeah.
I didn't even open it.
Mm.
I don't know if I.
I started and then I started reverting back to the anxiety of when they used to ask for surveys when I worked. And then I started thinking, okay, my email's attached to this. This is not random. And so if I say anything, is this gonna come back to haunt me? And then I just closed it.
I hated when they used to do that. And it's
I-
like,
Nope.
and it's like, you know, okay, so you're doing a survey amongst the supervisors. There's only so many of us.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, process of elimination.
Let's go for a walk.
Okay. I gotta take that bag of, or the box. I'll get it.
I'm putting cat food in it, girl.
This was outside in the foyer when we got here, so. It's gotta go down in 1.5. Yeah, I didn't think it was good sitting out there.
Yeah.
Same office with different people?
No, different office.
Oh, wow.
So funny, the phone rang. It's Stormy jumps up there like,
It's like,
let me get this.
I got that. Yeah, I'm surprised my guy hasn't called me. Cause I usually go in June and in December,
Oh, I only go,
and,
I only go once a
Come
year.
here, Moody.
What?
Here, spicy weird.
Well, too, I was gonna say, then I went to Chili's. I haven't been to Chili's.
I haven't been there in 20 years.
It was so good. I was so impressed.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Because I normally I
they've
go.
really turned that around, you know. And now Applebee's is closed,
Yep.
and,
Kenosha is.
Yeah. Yep.
I know they were closing a
Yeah.
lot, I didn't know if that was.
yeah, it was something about, their lease and everything. Whoever owns these didn't get the renewal on the leases, and
It was
So
falling
it's
apart
been
inside
closed.
anyways.
it went.
It was falling apart
Yeah,
inside.
it needed some
The
serious
last time I
renovations.
went in there,
And it might have been there a couple of years and it was looking a little sketchy.
Yeah,
we,
it had been
we
there
had
a
a
long
gift
time.
card, and so Max and I went there, and our waiter was like, he looked like an inbred from Arkansas. It just was not a pleasant dining experience. Oh my God, it's hot in here.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
You're good?
I'm good, I actually wore short sleeves today, so I'm good. Like, as long as my arms are uncovered, that usually like my cooling mechanism. I got my mom at the house and she's like, it's 73 degrees in here, Mom, it's not cold. Turn the air back up way high, so it doesn't go on until like 74, 75. I'm like, you're killing me, Mom.
I don't even have mine on.
no.
I haven't had it on, in
Even
fact,
yesterday?
no.
Yesterday I turned my.
Yesterday, and I only had one window, I only had the kitchen window open. Last night I opened up the window, one of the windows in the living room, but no, I didn't turn it on.
I get all this sun.
It's been cool in my house to the point
Mine
that,
was up until we got until it got 90 yesterday.
Yeah.
up until yesterday, it was like, I could walk around my house with long sleeve shirt on.
Yeah, that's kinda how I was, and then all of a sudden, like yesterday afternoon, like I said, I get literally all day sun. My house faces south, so it's like sun up to sundown,
Yeah,
especially in the afternoon. I got one window on that
My
side,
house
one
faces
window.
south too,
Yeah, one window on that side, but boy, that afternoon sun comes through there.
and my bedroom is on the west side, so that
Yeah.
room my bedroom gets so floody, I can't stand it.
Yep, I've got a blind, and then I've got like a curtain over the blind that I literally tuck around the blinds just to try to keep the heat from seeping in the house or in the bedroom. Mine's
Yeah.
the same way.
My kitchen's always cool.
Yes.
I mean, because it's northeast, my kitchen.
Yeah, mine's the same way. Mine's the same.
And so of all rooms, I guess you don't want us to be cooking in a hot kitchen, but the kitchen stays pretty cool. Hi, Beth. What you doing, little chunky girl? And when I got one of those cooling blankets, and let me tell you, there is, I don't know what the heck this cooling stuff is. Actually, I got some pillows too with the cooling stuff, but these pillows are like this thick, you can't, I can't.
That's too high.
I too
That's-
high, I
that's-
can't lay on them.
Yeah.
But I can put my hand inside the thing and it feel the coolness from the cooling stuff. And then the cooling blanket, I don't know how it works, it's just like, oh, it feels so good.
Well, they said that between 65 and 68 degrees is like the optimum temperature for sleep, for good sleep, for
Yeah.
solid sleep. It's easy to get today.
Yeah, that would be nice if that would go away. My sister was like, why doesn't Canada do something? I'm like, what do you
Rake the
prefer to do?
forest, rake the
I'm
forest.
like, what do you want them to do? I said,
They shut that.
do you not understand that, do you not understand how big Canada is? And the population is
It's,
all along the border.
yeah, it's.
And then everything above that, to the north, is all
wilderness.
forest.
Yeah, it's wilderness.
I don't know what you want them to do about it.
We
Really?
got, I think with Burbank, is it Burbank, California, I think is now, we've got a wildfire coming down and actually they evacuated a bunch of neighborhoods in Burbank. Cause it's kind of, I know the fires are just
Well,
crazy.
we can forget about Canada coming to our help phone call, and then I look at him like, Senator Ron Johnson. And I'm thinking, what are you calling me for?
Right.
Wanted me to join a town hall, a phone
Yes,
town hall, of course.
I
I was like, no, I can't. Just kidding.
There's certainly a lot going on though on Saturday, that's when his big birthday thing is, right,
Yeah.
and his parade. It's also Juneteenth, that they're gonna be, people are gonna be.
No, Juneteenth is the following week.
Oh, is it?
Is it Thursday?
Is it?
The following,
It's the following, it's
Yeah.
the 19th.
Oh, but I think here in Kenosha, I think they
19th.
were having some
I think they
festivities.
are.
I've seen,
But,
I think
you
that's
know,
what
it's
I-
like,
yeah. And then the Pope is supposedly giving something in Chicago and that's sold out. What's he doing? A talk or something?
yeah, cause I think he is in Chicago right now, right?
Right.
'Cause I think a picture of him with a
So
sun hat on.
he's gonna be doing that on Saturday.
The amount of money that they are throwing away on all this shit, and then, you know, all these programs that they've cut, supposedly saving money, but they're not. It's all been bullshit, and they know it, and everybody's calling them out on it, that it's all, it is bullshit, isn't it? And they're like, yeah, it is, really. But all the, who is it, all the people at the Philbright, Foundation, They quit.
Yeah,
they all quit, they're like, no, fuck you. They got, Trump and Melania got booed at the Kennedy Center.
As
that.
they should.
They've wrecked that, nobody
Right,
wants
I
to
mean,
go to the Kennedy Center.
That's what I was thinking, I'm like, oh my, it's like within 6 months, he's wrecked so much, and it's gonna take so many years to repair that for whoever comes in after, and hopefully somebody who does, even if it's a Republican, is one of the sane Republicans that is, because I seriously think a lot of them are quietly walking, obviously there's the crazy ones that will always support him because they're afraid, like you said, to stand up. I think there's a lot of them that are quietly just like not saying anything. I'm not gonna support you, I'm not gonna say anything, because right now it's crazy.
But unfortunately, you know, even for them, if they're up for reelection in 26, they're screwed, because
Yeah. I think so too.
no action, inaction
Yep.
is all the same thing.
Yep.
You let this go on and you didn't do anything about it, and
But then
That's just so wrong too, it is just, but the whole goofy thing that he did with, you know, just haphazardly, like cutting people and jobs and, you know, it's just such a mess, I hate him, I just really hate him.
well, and I hate all these people that are just making up shit that, you know, that this is the right thing, and
Yeah, but there was all this fraud, well, if, who was committing the fraud then, why?
where are they? Why haven't they,
arrested?
yeah, exactly,
oh my
Are
goodness,
they-
you guys, there's a plane that went down in India.
yeah, 200 and some people. got-
42, they got video of it, like all of a
Yeah,
sudden
they-
you see it,
they-
and all of a sudden you see it, and all of a sudden things start on fire, and all of a sudden it goes down behind
Yeah.
the horizons, and then just fire everywhere.
Oh, God.
They hadn't been off the ground very long
Uh-uh.
before there was this big black smoke coming out the back end, and then it just went. And it crashed into a residential area. Now, I'm sorry, but India's all residential because there's got
Billions.
a billion people there.
Yeah, they said 230 passengers, 169 are Indian, 53 British, 1 Canadian, and 7 Portuguese nationals.
And then all these countries, you know, that
He's got no deals with anybody,
no,
and he doesn't, and he doesn't care. I'm gonna have 90 deals in 90 days, and TikTok, you don't have any yet. and then
He just talks nonsense. It's just, anything comes out of his mouth is just literally shit. Just shit, bullshit, bullcrap, just shit. Nothing comes out of his mouth that's not a lie.
well, and I think this is really hurting Temu and Shein, all the Chinese tariffs and everything.
Oh yeah, but that's done, it's a done deal, and then all of a sudden, until it's final approval, I'm like, it's not a done deal.
He has no deal signed. It's
Pending final
all
approval, pending
just,
final approval, like, that's not done.
it's all just a scam.
Mhm.
And they're laughing at him about this damn Qatari plane that this plane is like not worth what they think it is. And then Qatar is like, oh, we got rid of it, you know, oh, okay, we had to give it to him, you know, he begged us for it, but.
Where I saw somebody put, what's his, Newsome and Buttigieg for president, next time.
I wouldn't mind that at all. Newsom was nice to look at. It'd be nice to have some decent looking president again.
He's cute too, though.
He is, he's,
really cute.
yeah, as he's maturing, he's looking better and better. Before he.
But I just like him, and I love
He's just a
listening to
nice
him.
guy, you
Yeah,
know? It's just like,
you just wanna go over to their house and have dinner, you know?
watch him play with the kids,
Yes,
and,
yes.
you know,
Yeah,
cause it just seems like, you know, those kids are very lucky to grow up in that, like, a very loving household.
yep.
Yeah, it's depressing to think about it. I try not to think about it too much, because otherwise it gets overwhelming,
What?
just all of it.
Oh, I know,
Oh, yeah.
but it's like, cause it
I'm like, you know
never,
what, nope, he's not gonna ruin my health as a result of his
it
shit.
never.
Well, 'cause, you know, just like the last time he was in office, it was every day, now what? Now what? Hurry up and turn on the news, hurry up and go
It's
this,
worse, it's
this
worse this
time.
time.
Yes, it's.
Cause I could just ignore him and not worry about the world falling apart. Now,
Yeah,
I mean, he's just literally burning every bridge there is.
There are some good, reels out there, you see the chick that does, a parody of Caroline Levitt? She is freaking hilarious.
I think my husband watches it.
And I
Yeah,
mean,
can't
all
watch
the
it.
things that she makes
With the
up,
big crosses
big
and
cross,
stuff, yeah.
and then
Yeah.
it's hilarious, and it pisses off Caroline to no end that this chick is parodying her and making fun of her the whole time.
Well, you know, look at
Barack
Hussein.
Hussein, she is so worried about making sure that she calls him Hussein. It's like,
yeah, that's a Trump thing, remember,
Yeah.
Trump always did it.
well,
He wanted
Because
to
it's a
prove his
birthright.
birthright, yeah. He's not a citizen, he wasn't born here, blah, blah, blah. That's what he did with
I
him,
know,
yeah.
it was terrible, I would,
It's just awful,
Is it-
and that's what pisses me off, like, from a religious standpoint too. With all these Republicans, oh, religion, like, you are doing nothing, nothing. This is why people hate Christianity, is because of people like you, who preach, Christian, and you don't do a damn thing
Well,
to prove it otherwise. You're full of hate and spite
the
and
big one is
meanness.
that Stephen Miller. I mean, that guy is, and he is like a Christian nationalist. And he is the worst. What's the whole deal with, Miller's wife and Eula?
Look it up.
I've seen little
She
things
left
about,
the White House to go work for
For
him.
him,
oh,
That's
to
what-
go work at, like AI or what,
I don't know
What
what
it
it
is.
is, but yeah, I did hear that, yeah, I was reading something about that.
cause I've seen little, you know, like memes about,
Yeah,
you know, that Stephen Miller's trying to get his wife back from Elon.
Get that.
Elon was every bit as fucking crazy.
Sometimes I feel sad.
Yeah, he can be the big druggie that he is. Yet anybody else, Trump is.
That one, have you guys seen it? I think it was Jimmy Kimmel too, or was it Bill Maher? I can't remember, but they watched him while he was in, like, doing that full press conference when he was bowing out with Trump talking and talking, he was doing.
Yes, yes. He was.
And I'm like, oh my God, what in
And
the,
they do the,
he's
like,
so-
when he was at dinner and he made like,
so
like all the
creepy.
forks.
Yeah, he was doing all the.
But he's
Yeah.
just standing there.
Yeah, he is weird.
I'm like, oh my God, you're so
You
creepy.
can tell he does a lot of drugs, and then
Or he's got a lot of,
But then
mental
somebody put like, okay, they had like, Hagsworth was an alcoholic, Kennedy was a, heroin addict.
and all the 17 volunteers
Trump
that
was
come
an
together
admiral.
to talk about vaccines, they're not being paid. Every year, 3 times a year, they get together and talk about this. The drug companies listen to them of what is going to be
Oh,
more
yeah.
effective, and they're all gone. Just
Yep,
go away.
fired.
And they're all but they're not fired, they're volunteers. They don't get paid to do any of this. They do this because,
But you're fired anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
Get
gonna
outta here.
fire those volunteers.
hell, right?
I'm not paying you anymore.
You're fired. Oh, God.
Yeah, so. There's a lot of people that,
Elon Musk fact checks his own AI for claiming he bragged about stealing Stephen Miller's wife.
Well, but when they started that fight, and he's written.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
it was good.
After the one bomb, Trump is all over
The
the
Epstein files. I'm like,
We all knew that.
Yeah, yeah.
Trump, well, I hadn't had anything to do with him for a long time. Bullshit.
The pictures are there, yeah.
And the videos.
Man, yeah.
Laughs about how he liked the young girls.
he's so
They're all a
creepy.
bunch of fucking pedophiles.
Yeah, back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, some of the videos they have of Trump, I'm like, ew, 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 ew.
Oh, I
He's
know.
so freaking creepy. I hate to say this, but shame on all you women that stroke his ego just to get money. Ugh. Ugh.
You gotta be.
Damn desperate.
Oh.
Ugh.
That's alright, but Baron can't get a girl to save himself.
Ooh, but why? I mean, if you're raised by that, why would I wanna even come close to
Well,
you?
he was raised by his mother,
You don't even, you don't see, that is so weird in itself, too. The first lady is not present at all in his first, really very, very lightly in the first. In
The
his
only thing
first
she
term.
did when she was there was, fuck up the
Redecorate.
rose garden,
Yes,
made up,
that's what they just, yeah, they
an
did.
atrocious holiday, decorations.
It was
and-
a Christmas from hell, literally, everything was all red.
Oh, wasn't that ugly?
So what did you think of the ending of The Handmaid's Tale?
I liked it. Yeah, I liked it. See all these things, there was had her, Melania, and her handmaids
Oh, yeah.
off taco.
Yeah, I saw that.
Off taco.
Of taco. I just like that part in the show where, they're just showing what's going on, and she's narrating, and she's like, wasn't paying attention and this happened. Wasn't watching, or was sleeping and they suspended the Constitution. Wasn't paying attention and, people started disappearing. And it's just like, it's so eerie. listening to her talk about
Yeah,
how Gilead fell.
yeah.
And, you know,
People
she's
think-
blaming her, you know, partly blaming herself because she's like, it was going on right in front of our face and we didn't.
Cause it happens so gradually, little bit by little bit, that next thing you know, what the fuck happened, you know? It just like it goes, and you become so used to it, every little step, that then all of a sudden it hits you, we're a mess, we are a mess. Look at all these countries too that advise their residents not to even come here.
No.
And we're supposed to have that soccer thing
Oh, yeah.
in Miami, and he
Next year,
said,
isn't it?
huh?
Is it this year or next year? Next year, I thought they were doing them. Next year.
Next year,
Yeah, next year.
26,
Yeah.
yeah. But he said he's gonna have ice and at the,
And
thing, yeah. So why are they, anyway, from the other places in the world, you don't even know if you're
Yeah.
gonna get picked up. They get, so many times they're wrong.
And then you've got all the, I mean, you've got family of people living here from the other countries, and now they basically will never be able to come and visit
No,
their family.
no.
And a lot of people are coming back that actually have citizenship here, are coming back early to avoid all, they came back early from maybe visiting family over there to come back to the United States because they were worried they weren't gonna be able to come back in, even though they're citizens.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I gotta give it up to my,
Stormy.
give it up to my, native land that when the Prime Minister of Norway came to the White House, Trump was begging him to, get an invite from King Harold to go to Norway. You know who King Harold invited instead?
Barack Obama.
Barack
Oh,
Hussein Obama. He went over to Norway instead.
You know what, I'd rather him represent the United States.
Oh, God, yes.
Hi, Bundy. Yeah, you just love that little rug, don't you? Love that little rug.
Norway is very democratic. They don't want, they want no part of this shit.
No. No. See that tail moving? No. Nice.
You're a sassy girl.
Be nice. Don't you
You could
swish
tell just
that
by the-
tail. Don't you swish that tail. Don't you swish
Yeah,
that
you're just
tail.
like my Milo, yeah.
And you're listening. You're listening too. I see those ears go backwards.
What's that?
The door.
No, somebody, the door's open.
What'd you do? Oh, it wasn't you? All of a sudden, that door opened really, and,
Oh, there is, Beth is in here. Yeah, but when you said that, I was like, turn, I see someone out of the corner of my eye, I'm like, what the hell?
Oh no, my baby. What are you doing up there, baby?
Oh, great.
Grace does.
She does have a little, you know, jump in her trunk to push the door if it's not in.
What? What if she would've
I
knocked out
know.
right there? She never been just shutting there.
Just look at it.
You're silly, Beth.
I'm right here, I'm like,
Cause at first I'm like, how did that open or